play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Atkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Welch. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Buffaloes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll pull it on the read. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. On first down. Wasting no time taking a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. To the air, it's Hillstead. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They boot it away. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pocket breaking down. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Keeps it on the bootleg. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Rolling right and going deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
This guy is a daring punt return, man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Rides to back and leaves it. There he goes. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the Cougars come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive, get in the backfield right away, and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Hillstead. The quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
The Cougars will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. They grab the early lead.
BYU, number 2, hauls it in the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Going right to work up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Welsh. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Miller. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Salter. Uncorks one. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with the lone back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break. BYU is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice game. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
The Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Colorado! Great job by the back on the option. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give on the option. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fighting off the defender. It's Hillstead. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hagan. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Got a man. It's Martin. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
BYU has this offense clicking. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Wants to throw it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got a man, it's Roberts. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's Miller. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Salter. Moving out of the pocket. And some room to work. Lots of running room. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Rush is on him. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Gets the back moving. Off play action. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Salter. Steps away to find some room. Got a first down. Turning it on. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
That's frustrating as a defense because you got to stop the run. There's a good chance they're running the football here in this situation, trying to punch it in the end zone. You're trying to go to the half with a little bit of momentum. This defense just couldn't make the play to get off the field.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Hillstead. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It'll be 3rd and long. Off the RPO, complete. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Hillstead. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Yeah, great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Not a chance. Missed it. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking downfield on first down. Scrambling away. Got the first down himself. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Buffaloes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Hillstead. Got it in the middle, it's Hagan. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming.
There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ryan. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love the big tight ends because they got those big catch radius. You can throw it anywhere near them, and they're going to catch it. And break tackles, the big physicality after the run, getting some extra yards when it wasn't there.
Looking for space, it's Martin. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking for a man, it's Hillstead. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Using his feet to buy time. Throwing on the run. Makes the grab inside the 30. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the Buffaloes will have it first and 10. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. He'll keep it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Toss to the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
At 3rd and 2, you're usually thinking maybe something's going off tackle up the middle. They run the toss. How about the defense? Great job setting the edge, sprinting to the football, getting multiple hats there, getting the guy on the ground, stopping him short, causing a 4th down.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The Buffaloes are marching down the field. Looking for a man. It's Salter. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the option. He'll toss it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Makes the grab, but there's not enough room. The defense was ready. They kept their leverage, and they come up with a 4th down stop. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Rides the back on the option to give. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it on the outside. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Letting them out of jail like that is a punch in the teeth to this defense. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 37. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Cougars! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Back to throw. It's Salter. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Off the boot, looking for his man. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gonna try to get it himself. Made a defender miss. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Finds his man open. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
On the direct snap, it's Miller. Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
On the snap, it's Miller. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Here we go, here we go. Now the play fake. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and...
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bucks!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Rides to back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Getting late. Pressure building. Huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. Back to throw. It's Hillstead. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, now 4th down in your own end. With this much time left, do you trust your defense to get a stop? That's the question you got to ask yourself. If you don't, then you need to go for this right now, and you need to try to go win this game.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Here comes the option. Shakes off the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
The play-action fake. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to run it. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Looking to pass, it's Salter. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this is a big 3rd down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
Punt is in the air. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The Cougars want to pick up the tempo. Got it behind the line. It's Bachmeier. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Quick release by the QB. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Maybe time for a couple more plays with 10 seconds left. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, we've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Ryan. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They love to strike first for the touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Hillstead. Touchdown, BYU! And they're on top here in overtime.
BYU
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding him.
And he made the extra point without problem.
BYU, 28, Colorado, 21.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Colorado! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
And what a response. You just gave up 7 on the other side of the field. Every reason to get dejected. Oh, man. But they come out and they respond and they score on the first play. And now, Jesse, down by 1. What do you do?
And they made it look easy too, David. And you got to wonder about this defense and how much they have left in the tank. Because of that, maybe if you're on offense, you just decide to end this thing right here. You scored so easily. Maybe you could do the same on a 2-point play.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They'll run play action. On the run, fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. On the run, deep down the right side.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Absolutely center cut. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Not all field goals are created equal, and in overtime, the pressure is just augmented. Nice job by him making that kick and now putting all the pressure on the opponent.
Yeah, and now let's spin it to the other side of the field. Now you know what you need, right? Like if I'm on offense, I can kick a field goal, I can tie it and go into another OT, but I know now if I go score a touchdown, man, this game is over, and I get the dub.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Hillstead. Finds his tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this through.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rank it out. Great job by the defense. Get the sack, getting the fumble.
This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement. But where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game. Decided in overtime. Crushing loss.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.